Hi, I'm Tinagaran Ravishankar 2180060. Today I'm going to present about modern construction technology versus traditional construction technology in Malaysia. Modern technology. Modern construction method MMC are methods that are developed in construction industry with proper planning and design so that each project reduce the construction time, cost and maintain overall sustainability. Often, these modern structures constructed off-site in a factory where structural standards strongly implemented before the components are brought together for assembly and construction on-site. Prefabric construction is becoming highly popular across the world. Now, let's talk about in IBS. IBS stands for Industrialized Building System. It's a modern technique that used nowadays. It's simple regarded as a construction technique in which components are manufactured in a controlled environment either on or off-site. These are transported, portioned and assembled into a structure with the least of additional site work. The components of the IBS are materials that are produced in factories where the quality control is not compromised on. This also minimizes activities at the site of construction. The construction industry in Malaysia is experiencing a migration from conventional methods to a more systematic and mechanized method known as the Industrialized Building System, which stands for IBS. Each state in Malaysia is currently examining the developments of the IBS and its potential to overcome the shortage of housing accommodation in this country. We can classify the IBS into five. First, precast concrete system. For example, walls, slabs, columns, 3D components. Then steel formwork system. Steel framing system, prefabricated timber framing systems, finally block work systems. Basically, it works like assembling a Lego structure. The individual parts, walls, stairs and floors are manufactured in a factory according to the required size and specification, then shipped to the project site where the parts are assembled to build the finished product. Did you know that some of Malaysia's most iconic structures such as Petronas Twin Tower, KL Tower and even the LRT system were constructed using IBS technology? Let's take Petronas Twin Tower as an example. The construction started on 1st March 1993 and it completed on 1st March 1998. It only takes 5 years to construct such a tall building. This is because of the IBS technology, and the cost is around 1.6 billion US dollar. Okay, now let's look into traditional construction. Traditional construction refers to the technique and method employed for ages to build houses and other structures. This term refers to the fact that the traditional construction technique, from the initial design to the building process, are hands-on. Foundation laid, wall constructed, roof addition, and at last the interior of the building starts. A wide variety of material and equipment used in the traditional construction practice, from concrete floor slabs to brick walls. Concrete blocks are often used in building foundation or for load-bearing walls due to their high level of durability and strength. Similar to concrete blocks, lightweight aerated block is available. Aerated block can also be utilized for building walls and foundations, but as a higher level of cover. There are a few common examples of traditional construction techniques. Brick and block. This is the most common method used, especially in the construction of houses. It is the most simple term. This involves the construction of internal blockwork walls surrounded by external wall of brick. Then timber frame and followed by steel frame. Now let's look into the pros. The pros of modern and traditional technique. IBS construction method are cheaper than the traditional method. Saving are made possible when fewer workers are employed as costs can be reduced in terms of wages. The IBS offer improvement on quality, productivity, and efficiency due to the component being factory produced. It could also reduce the possibilities of poor workmanship and lack of quality control. IBS construction projects are able to reduce the construction time period, and this can save valuable time and help to reduce monetary losses. This is because the construction of prefabricated components are concurrent construction which can proceed even when the foundation of the construction site are under survey. Now let's look into the advantage of traditional construction method, particularly in housing construction, but also in industrial building is the level of singularity accomplishment. When dealing with an architect, a consumer has the choice and freedom to modify. The architect has the opportunity to be creative. Now let's look into the cons of modern and traditional technique. Malaysia is a country with an equatorial climate. Such country often experience heavy rainfall during the monsoon season every year. This leads to the problem of leakage, which is a major problem faced by buildings constructed using IBS application. When a leakage manifests, other complications may follow, and this includes dampness, corrosion, and so on. In the IBS system, extensive usage of machineries are involved. These are operated and maintained by skilled operators. If there are any damage to the plants or on the machines, a significant impact will be resulted upon the production of IBS component. Now let's look into the traditional method. The cons of using traditional technique is construction for housing and other buildings is that the process takes a long time. The construction process is more entangled and can demand hiring high-skilled builders and designers. It can add significant construction costs, material and labor are more expensive. That's all. Thank you.